that you were afraid to? What did you want to tell them, Sam? Give it to me.
What you said, how you help these independent women to reignite their belief of falling in love again is so needed out to me, was how prevalent the problem is.
Yes.
I was like,
yes.
you know, we're talking, we're in right, people are mad, but we're in pandemic times, right? But we're not just talking about the pandemic of disease, of COVID-19, of a virus. We're talking about belief systems that are taking over.
Pandemic of fear.
Pandemic of fear, and one area of life that it's impacting the most is our relationships. And
I also feel like there's this, like, you know, shift with women and just like kind of like taking power back or trying to take power back in this, like, you know, like I want to be single and I can do it on my own, and you know, all this idea that, and like I've had it before, I'm better off single than I am in this bad relationship. But it's like, no, we're better off in a great relationship than we are single. Like, we are, but we don't believe that that's possible to get. And it starts with us and starts with our mindset about it. So that's where you and I have that same philosophy, that it's not about the other person in the relationship. It doesn't take two to change the relationship. Samantha's, tell them, Sam. Tell them how many it takes.
It only takes one. It only takes one to transform your marriage, your relationship, your life. It only takes one. That's really the message. It only takes you.
It only takes
and it only takes one decision, one moment, one person, right? It really, it starts with one, and it goes back to like the oneness that we live in as well. But it's that trickle effect too. And I think you spoke to it in a second ago. You clearly, crystal clearly explained what they were feeling, that you're better off alone.
Better off alone. Yeah.
That get out of that relationship. He's a narcissist. What was, some of the comments were like, I stayed in an abusive relationship for years and I finally got the courage to get out. Like, it was really like a reversed empowerment message, right? It's the facade is it's an empowerment message. Like, I'm going to empower you to get out of an unhealthy relationship. But at the same time, it's coming from a place of anger. It's coming from a place of fear. It's coming from a place of lost hope, not empowerment from love. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a general storyline for many, many women.
Yes.
Right? A promise was made by a man who then later didn't keep his promise, which that unkept promise puts her in a predicament. Now she's stuck, and then she's the victim. He's the bad guy. Like, classic. Okay, this is classic. And I wanted to tell them, because they were all saying, get out of there, you're better than him, we don't even want him to, you know, take care of your kid, and like, and then at the end she's like, and I'm married to this guy, and it was just, it was really sad to see, because I was like, you know what, like, okay, I'll say it bluntly, but with tons of love, with tons and tons of love. Ladies, if you have a problem with your husband, he is not the problem. You are. We are our own problem. The problem exists within us. And I say that with so much love and so much compassion, because I was in that position. I was that woman who was complaining about my husband. Chastity is my witness. One of our colleagues kind of put me in my place and asked me a powerful question and really put the problem back on me. And as much as I didn't want to hear it, it was so true. There's so much truth to that. Our partners just reflect the inner conflict that we're having within us, the limiting belief that's inside of ourselves. And I wanted to tell these women, stop Like, stop giving away your power.
Yes, that's what the real messaging is. It sounds harsh when you're saying the problems in your marriage are not on him, it's on you. It sounds harsh because it sounds like what they say now, victim blaming, right?
Sure.
It's not victim blaming.
It's owning it.
It is owning what's going on with you, and that is the first step. Like that is the first step to any kind of change, is acknowledging what you're responsible for, which is your life.
And Gay Hendricks, we were, Chastity and I study Gay Hendricks, and he says each partner has to take 100% responsibility for their relationship. There is not just 100% to divide by 2. It's 100% for each person. And you got to go take that full 100%. And that's what I mean by saying, if you have a problem, it's your problem. Own it. It's not their problem. Don't put it off.
You can't make them take their 100%.
Like, now you got 200K. This is all you.
What do you think is hard about hearing that? Like when you heard it from our coworker saying to you, like, Sam, like, what about your kids, right? What do you think? When you heard it that way, what was hard about hearing it?
Because I, like many women, are so critical. I'm so critical of myself already. To hear someone come at me in a way that my critic sounds hits you. It's like, oh shit. I thought that was just my inner critic. I didn't realize that people were really thinking that of me, or it made it real. And
like you said, you feel crazy. Like you feel crazy. Like, why are all these people coming to me? Like, why am I attracting all of these situations?
Yeah.
And you feel a bit crazy and a bit like hopeless, like you don't know what to do. Then I feel like that's where people that we love to work with are at, this place where they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They're stuck in a marriage or not stuck in a marriage. They're in a marriage where they feel crazy. They feel unsupported. They feel stuck. They feel unsupported. They feel crazy. They feel unloved, but they also feel obligated to stay, right?
Yeah, because my women have children. My women have been married for years, if not decades. A lot of my women that I work with have been married 20, 25, 30 years to their husbands. And so there's a lot riding on them leaving this marriage.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot.
Yeah.
Lives riding on them. The way that we are advocating for this process of love. Doing things from a place of love. Doing things from a place of loving yourself, of loving the people around you, of loving your decisions, of believing in what you know to be true, in your own truths. And like, that's it too. Like, if you want to be single, great. If you love it and that's what you love and want to be, then that is fabulous. Do that. And if you are in a relationship that is really harmful and abusive, Sam's not going to tell you that you have to stay or that you have to work on staying. We're not in the business of telling people that they have to stay married or that they have to want in a relationship. But we are in the place of exploring that with people who it's not their truth. They don't want to leave their partner. They want to make their marriage work. They don't want to be single, but they don't believe that they can fall in love again. And that is where we come in. That is where we want to help you and we want to support you and give you tools and perspective that can help you see the gems in your life and help you twist your thinking.
Yes. Amen.
We're going to do these calls every Wednesday. We're going to do it on Facebook Live and we'll post a video recording to Instagram. But we